So here's a web site that one of the websites you can go to uh, use different kinds of hash function to convert your key or the data or whatever into a hash, right? So you can just put your name in here, let's say, Mary or something like that, and if you click on a hash, it will give you all kinds of available hashes depending on the hash functions available for you. And it gives you a sort of a popular ones. This is certainly not the exhaustive list, but you may be recognizing some of these, like SHA-256 or whatever, right? So instead of sending this Mary name raw, you may want to use a hash function and just send the hash, right? As you can see, uh, you know, it gets longer and longer as the time goes on. It gets more developed and involved. But anyway, so give this a try and see how it looks. Just take a screenshot and you can submit it, right? Um, Here's a little bit more interesting, maybe in terms of the security and encryption and decryption. So I think I provided the link for you, but you can go to some of the one of these websites, and it'll allow you to encrypt, right? So you can say Jane here, and if you say encrypt, this is what you get, which is certainly a lot more complicated than the raw text, right? And then obviously you want to be able to decrypt it, and since this website offers both encryption and decryption, we can simply copy and paste it in here, and if you click on the decrypt, it'll get you the original thing. But obviously this is useful to kind of try things out, but you probably don't want to do this because anybody who can grab this can just put it into here and get it out, right? So you need a little bit more complicated, but this is just the one way to show you how to go back and forth. So, but anyway, just put your name on here and then take some screenshots and you can submit it. Now, what's a little bit more useful is if you go to a site like this, and it gives you the idea of when you encrypt something, that's good, but you want to be able to send the key, so the receiver not only is able to gets the encrypted message, but in order to decrypt it, that person needs two additional information. One of them is a key, right? And a key needs to be sent, some other way, maybe not with the actual message, but you can create your own. The sender can create your own key. You can type in like 123 or whatever, right? And then you can give it a message to encrypt. So let's say Mary here, and then you get to choose. You want to use a particular algorithm. So I'm just going to use a blowfish here, and then say encrypt this, right? So this is what you get as a result. Now, when you want to decrypt this, then you can certainly go to the decrypt here, and you can cut and paste. But that's not going to work because if you decrypt it, it wouldn't know. Why? Because it doesn't know the key. And obviously, since I sent it as a 123, I know. But in reality, you want to be able to send it some other way, separately. And you also need to know what algorithm that you used, which needs to be communicated separately to the receiver. Only then, if you say decrypt this, you get the original back, right? So which is a little bit more sophisticated way of sending it. Now, in terms of the assignment, I think I gave you. Let me bring that back. Give me a second. So here is the assignment for that part B of the number 4. So I want you to use this here. Use 123 and use this guy here as a message, right? So I'm going to come over here and copy that here. And since I gave you 123 and the key, and I use an algorithm of blowfish, right? So I'm going to select this, and I'd like you to click this and see what you get, right? And then when you get it, take a screenshot and submit. I'm not going to do it because I sort of want you to do that.